The Assistant, written and directed by Kitty Green, is not your average movie. It's slow-paced, even boring in most scenes, but was made with a specific issue in mind: movie producer Harvey Weinstein and his history of sexual abuse. The movie depicts one day at work for the main character, Jane, played by Julia Garner. Jane is a production assistant working in a movie production company in Manhattan. Her boss, always referred to as the chairman, is never seen on screen, although he's short-tempered and often berates her and others over the phone. Jane's tasks are menial, even though she has a college degree. Also, she works in plain-looking surroundings, despite the obvious wealth of her company. In one scene, she finds an earring on the floor of the chairman's office. The woman who owns it returns to retrieve it. Jane waits for her at the elevator and hands it to her. The owner, an attractive young woman, takes it, pauses uncomfortably for a moment, and then steps back in the elevator, implying she lost the earring while having sex with the chairman in the conference room. This scene shows how Weinstein operated, offering beautiful young women the promise of showbiz opportunities in exchange for sex. Later, Jane meets a girl younger than her named Sienna, who has been hired as another production assistant despite having limited experience. Jane rides with her to the Mark, a luxury hotel where the company has put her up. According to Jane's co-workers, the chairman met Sienna while on vacation in Sun Valley, Idaho, where she worked as a waitress. He hired her on the spot after meeting her. Jane strongly suspects her boss hired her to have sex with her. The chairman then misses an important meeting to be with Sienna.
I sincerely apologize.
We will need to address all these issues another time.
Absolutely. Again, I apologize for the miscommunication. I will have the office reach out to you as soon as possible. I can't thank you enough.
Jane is now convinced her boss is a sexual predator. She goes to the Human Resources Department of her company with the intent to help Sienna. She tells the HR officer the story as she knows it, but he sees no problem with what's happening, saying Sienna is an adult who's capable of making her own decisions, and that Jane's complaint suggests that she's jealous of Sienna.
Do you know how many people work at this company? I have to make sure all of them are taken care of. And you know how many people want to work here? I've got 400 resumes teed up for your position alone. Ivy League grads, 4.0 GPAs. And here you are sitting in my office, stressed out, jealous of some new assistant who's getting more attention than you.
He points out that filing a complaint would probably destroy Jane's dreams of becoming a movie producer, the implication being that the chairman will likely retaliate. Jane then chooses against filing the complaint.
I can file a complaint for you if that's what you want, but I think you know how it would come off. Should I file this?
No, don't.
When Jane returns to the office, she receives a call from the chairman. He somehow got wind of her visit to HR, and he berates her. She then writes an apology email to him with the help of her male co-workers, the second one she wrote that day. To her surprise, he responds and says he's hard on her because he sees potential in her. After leaving the office, she ducks into a diner, buys some food, and calls her father to wish him a happy birthday, something she had forgotten to do earlier in the week because of her time-consuming job. This movie's message is dark and a bit troubling. It causes the viewer to wonder how often sexual predators with high-powered jobs get away with their behavior. Keep in mind Harvey Weinstein's arrest and trial touched off the Me Too movement, where women and some men came forward to complain about sexual abuse and harassment in their lives. Good night, and always remember to like, subscribe, and share. Thanks very much.